Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video we've got the Progressive Chance event, which is coming for the Summon Rush for the Donatello Fragment event tomorrow. I'm in this sort of weird spot of like, do I still call them a fusion? Plarium seems to be really just focusing on calling them fragment events now, and maybe that's just more accurate as opposed to a because you're not fusing anything, it's just collecting the fragments. So maybe that's the way to go. Also, this is exciting. If I go to Big Nub, we can see, what is this? Are there sockets on the green screen? What's going on? How strange. So we've got a setup upgrade, folks. This is really fun. If I turn off the green screen filter, you can see the wall is just painted green, which is amazing. Didn't turn out quite perfect, but it's working. So let's go, right? So now we've got, I could even extend it further if I wanted to, but then the sockets, I realized we probably should have painted the sockets, but there's no paint left. So I don't know, maybe we'll upgrade that and paint the sockets as well at some point. Anyway, it's all good. But wait, now where have I gone? Where's the filter gone? I've lost it. Bring it back. There we go. And it's invisible. Ooh, magical. Invisible. Incredible. Technology. But yeah, what was I saying? Right, let's dive in though. The actual stuff, the raid stuff. Thank you for watching Nub's Home Improvements. Now let's look at actual raid news. So here we go. We have a Progressive Chance event, which is happening this weekend. It's going to be up for 72 hours, so it will be up for, yeah, the whole event, actually. The whole event. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And here we go. We've got Bells the Reckoner, Artak, Alsgor Crimson Horn, Grakos Turndrake, Kargar Deathbell. From the regular shards, then this is the big one: Shredder, Khoronar, and Emic Trunkheart. Then we have some epics as well. Actually, have pretty solid epics. The epic selection is fine. I will say though that these kind of suck. Bells is okay. You know, he is a very, very survivable tanky damage dealer. He's decent for like Hydra and stuff like that. He's not that good. that's overselling him a little bit, but he's fine, right? He'll come in. He has block buffs and leech, which is nice. He hits hard, which is nice. He's got decreased defense A1, which is cool. Makes himself tankier. He's a solid champion. He's not crazy, but he's solid. He's good. Artak is actually very nice. So for a new player, Artak is pretty darn helpful because he comes in with AoE HP burn, and then he has an AoE activation of 1 tick of burn on all enemies with decreased attack as well. And again, his passive does make him tankier, more survivable. And he can also extend the burn, so there's A1. That doesn't happen very often, to be honest, but it is there. But yeah, he just sort of rotates between I burn everyone, and then I explode it with decreased attack. So he can solo Ice Golem hard, which is really cool. He can, yeah, he's really good for normal Spider. Really good for anywhere in the game where you need a burn champion, because he can also explode them. Opens up like a burn explosion team for Spider, and Spider hard as well. It's pretty huge. So Artak is really very solid for a new player, but again, for an endgame player, you probably have him already. Not too exciting. Alsgor, I feel like is similar to Bells. He's okay. He's good, but not crazy. None of these champions are bad. They're just not like top tier. They're not chase champions. So Alsgor comes in, fully heal a target, block damage for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. There's a few champs that have this, like Helicath, Roshkar the Tower. He has it as well. So he's solid. He has a AoE 2 buff removal. It's full buff removal if Jetni is there, and even on weak hits as well. It also heals your team. So he's doing quite a lot. You know, he's doing some healing. He's keeping you alive. He can extend debuffs on his A1 by a little bit, which is nice. And he can put out decreased speed with his passive. Makes him quite good generally for like Iron Twins. He can put it out passively, which is cool. He has a combo with Jetni. It's not a great combo. It's definitely disappointing. But one of the problems is Jetni then has an extra turn, which she starts outrunning the block damage from Alsgor. And yeah, so the issue I think you run into with them is that Alsgor is just not enough to keep Jetni alive. And because you're running Jetni and Alsgor, you start to run out of team slots pretty quickly to cover the rest of the needed roles, and in a way that can stop Jetni from just falling over dead. So yeah, but he's decently useful for lots of places. Arena, Demon Lord, definitely Iron Twins. Again, I think this is overrating him a little bit, but he is very, very solid. But not like a chase champion. I probably rate him a bit higher than Bells. I use Alsgor more than Bells. He's more unique, I would say. Graco's Turndrake, he's very solid. He's brand new as well, so many of you won't have him, so that's nice. He's solid, but I think he's not a champion you would chase. Look, these ratings, I don't think Gracos is that much worse than Bells, or, it's just the thing with in-game ratings. Half of it is people trying to make a statement. And it just ends up being a bit weird. Like, you would look at this and go, man, he's so much worse than those other two champions. He's definitely more useful than Bells the Reckoner. So it's just a bit weird. He's got AoE decreased defense block buffs. He has increased defense and 1 turn of block damage on a 3 turn, which is cool. And a damage boosting passive. Again, he is very generally useful, but he's not like top tier anywhere really. But he's very solid for Hydra, but not top tier. And then Khoronar Deathbell, again, I think he fits in a similar sort of spot to this. He is with the Ogre Demon Spawn. He's with the Ogre tribes, which is very useful. I've actually pulled him recently, but I'll be honest, since I pulled him, I haven't actually properly done any Faction War stuff. I need to get back to doing Faction War stuff. I was waiting until I got Crocad fully up to speed because I was blocked on the Orcs at Crocad. My last big blocker is the Ogre and Tribes. Khoronar is definitely helpful there, right? Ally Protection and Strengthen. He has turn meter boost with buff removal, debuff removal. He can heal himself. He's very tanky. Again, I think one of the slight problems with him, similar to Alsgor, is like he just can't quite keep everyone alive, Like, yeah, ally protection and strengthen is a ton of damage mitigation, but if somebody does happen to die, he doesn't have a revive. He doesn't actually have a way of healing your team. You can turn meter boost them, remove debuff. So again, he's a very, really solid general support, but he sort of struggles to make his way into too many teams. But again, I think he's very solid. I think that's a bit harsh on him, to be honest. I don't think he's that bad. I actually think he's solid. So there you go. I think we've got lots of decent champions. I would say Artak is number 1, and it's an underwhelming number 1. He's number 1, and out of the rest of them, I might give Gracos number 2, but it's close. Alsgor opens up perhaps some stuff, which is nice. I don't know. Maybe joint second there. I think Bells and Khoronar then a little bit behind. But yeah, I think all of these champions could definitely help you, especially if you're a new player. If you really like the look of one of these champs, it fills a gap in your account. They are all very usable. They're all viable. They will all have a good impact, but they're just not like, wow, I'm so excited to go for it. Shredder then would be the big one, mostly because he's time limited. But it's not the most exciting. It's not the most exciting. I have been, from my testing of Shredder and from chatting to YST and his testing and seeing some other content creators, I'm pretty underwhelmed by Shredder. He's a disappointment to me. He's got the 2 AoE attacks, but it seems to me that a lot of his damage comes from allies being dead. And that's a big problem. His baseline damage, if everyone is alive, just isn't that good. It seems like he really needs people to be dead to scale up. I definitely feel like he's Fatalis Blademaster 2.0, and I already have Fatalis. So I'm good, and I even struggle to use Fatalis because I actually have quite a lot of HP damage dealers. But again, I think if you got Shredder on a newer account, he's great. Be really solid, great HP damage dealer for Arena, and great HP damage dealer just in general. Very generally strong. Very generally strong, has some solo potential and the rest of your team die. He could really be super helpful. But I think for end game, I really don't think he's going to make it in. It's so tough to make it in end game Arena. End game Arena is covered with mythicals. It's covered with champions like Taris, Amarius, and all of that. It's so hard to be relevant there. I don't know if he's got what it takes to do that at all. I think Leo might, a little bit, for Siege and things like that. Leo with the turtles actually has some potential. I'm not really seeing it with Shredder, but maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. That's my initial thought, is I'm not too crazy about him. Khoronar did get buffed. Again, I feel like he's not a crazy chase champion. I think he's good, but not crazy. AoE decrease attack, decrease defense on a 3 turn. He's got Provoke, AoE Provoke with block debuffs, increased defense. And you really need Mania as well. If Mania is there, AoE Provoke that can't be resisted, and this can't be resisted either. And then he does full debuff removal, block debuffs, increased defense on your whole team on a 3 turn. The dude becomes kind of cracked if you have Mania, but I think this is sort of the issue. He's like this amazing progression champion. Not as strong endgame though, but he's going to be countered. He's going to be doing great damage while bringing amazing utility. He's such a great progression champion, but you need to have Mania. So if you don't have Mania, Khoronar is just not that. He's okay, but he's not that good. If you've got Mania, he's fantastic, but you need Mania. So yeah, if you've, I don't know, I would really go for Shredder over him, but I think Khoronar is actually pretty decent now. But again, not endgame crazy. Then Emic Trunkheart probably is the higher value. I'll give it to Shredder because he's time limited. You might never get him again. Emic, obviously, we've got all the crazy Emic teams from Bronco, all the cheese ways to get through bosses. So for progression and stuff like that, this guy's incredible. But he does show up as being decent everywhere generally because he's got AoE shield with a little bit of cooldown reduction. It's just a great little move. It's not the most insane thing ever, but it adds up and can make for some really cool teams. And yeah, I've seen him even in arena a little bit, right? Unkillable on everybody. Taunt and shield on him. You put him in like 9-piece protection. He could be really obnoxious, really annoying and tanking stuff up. So yeah, I think that Emic is actually pretty decent. And he's, wow, I'm surprised the ratings on him are so low. I think he's better than that, in my opinion. I think that's a little harsh on Emic. I'm surprised. Very surprised. The only problem with Emic is he's very short. He's very, very small. He's a midget. You don't realize it when you first look at him, but he is absolutely tiny. He's a tiny little elf, but he is very strong. So yeah, Emic is really good. So there you go. That's what I would think. And I give 1.5 to Emic as being actually like a great Void Legendary that's well worth having for basically everyone. But I would go for Shredder just because he's time limited. You might never get him again. So there you go. For the epics, Dalaja and Dahlia Elisania, these none of these are that amazing. They're all for the Mikage fusion, so if you need one of them, go for it. I would say Dalaja is probably the best one otherwise, but yeah. I also say the green screen's a little funny around my hair. If I turn another light, that improves it a little bit. I think we just need to get a bit more light in here to fix some of the hair fuzzy. We'll get there. But yeah, Dalaja and Dahlia Elisania, they're all fine. Nothing too exciting. Let's go purple. I say Dalaja ahead and Dahlia Elisania. Nothing really special here. You wouldn't really use the others too much, even for faction wars and stuff. You might use Dahlia a little bit more, but Dalaja would be the one. Maneater is excellent, and Yuzan's actually very good as well. So for the epics, I go for probably Maneater first, and I go for Yuzan second, and then whichever one of these you need for the fusion. Maneater, obviously, he's well known. A lot of compositions you can run with Maneater because he's got Unkillable with block debuffs. I use him for Ice Golem hard. He's in my speed farm for Ice Golem hard because the Ice Golem hard can't do anything to you if you've got Unkillable block debuffs. He can't freeze you. He can't kill you. So you can just nuke the crap out of him and he just smacks you with the retaliation hits and they do nothing. Well, I mean, they leave you on 1 hit point, but they can't do anything other than that. He can't kill you. And he also has the full Turn Meter Steal on his A1, though he existed before Turn Meter Steal was a thing in the game, so it doesn't say that, but it is what it does on a 3-turn. It's really strong. AoE decrease attack A1. He's actually a great little champ. Yuzan is very good as well, especially if you're struggling with Skinwalker support. Yuzan is great. Former Fusion Epic from this year, I think, but heals allies with surplus heal, which is cool, but 1 random debuff off. Heal, block debuffs on your team. AoE with some buff removal, heals himself, which can then heal your team a little bit. A1 heals himself, can heal your team a little bit. Just a really solid support. Wow, people loving Yuzan. That's crazy. Again, he's not really... I mean, for an epic, he's probably like a 4.9 for an epic. But obviously, you know, like, is Yuzan better than Gallius? Gallius is a 3.6, right? Yuzan is infinitely better than Gallius. Right? For Faction Wars? Not quite. What does Marius get? Does he have a pure 5? A 5. Marius is 0.1 better than Yuzan for Faction Wars. He's only fractionally better. Yuzan is basically perfect. So yeah, for an epic, phenomenal. In the grand scheme of things, still solid actually for Faction Wars. Not top tier, but still solid. So yeah, there you go. They're good. So that's sort of where we're at. Let me know what you think. But yeah, for me, it's pretty weak, right? I think Void Shards, like if you want to shell out money on Void Shards, it's like it's okay, right? Take Shredder a bit, get Maneater or Yuzan. Yeah, it's all right, but it's not great. It's one of the weaker summon rushes, I would think. Shredder, of course, being the exclusive, but Not too exciting. Remember, don't go too crazy on your shards. I'll be doing my shard pulls tomorrow. I think I just need the 5 fragments, and I'm going to stop there probably. But remember, we will have most likely events for Raphael. We still, we've not, probably will have some sort of guaranteed way to get Raphael. And probably for, not Sylvans, but for Leonardo in the Skinwalkers, the Shadowkin as well. And I think Leo's really good. I think this is a little harsh, but he gets better. The more turtles you have, the better the turtles get just in general. So yeah, there we go. Try to conserve your shards as much as you can. Be efficient. That's where we're at. Let me know what you think about this. Are you summoning many shards? Do you have a higher opinion of this summon rush than I do? Let me know. Let me know what you think of these champions who you might go for, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.